Welcome to the WRAL Daily Download. I'm Grace Holland. Fayetteville is coming together for the family and friends of 3 E.E. Smith High School football players killed in a crash on Wednesday night. WRAL's Kirtsyn Clark joins us. She's been following this story. Kirtsyn, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So, a really heavy story here, really feeling for the community there. Who are the 3 teenagers who were killed in this crash?
Yeah, it's really devastating and tragic. The 3 teenagers, they were all 3 of them football players at E.E. Smith High School. It's Nick Williams, Trevor Merritt, and Jayon Elliott. They were actually all 3 seniors, and again, football players on E.E. Smith High School's football team.
And who was the driver in this crash? I understand that they're, as of Thursday night, still in the hospital.
It was 21-year-old Diamond Monroe. Don't have much more information about her right now, but we were told that she was driving a Honda Civic and it ran off the road, and this is on Rose Hill Road in Fayetteville. But it ran off the road, hit a utility pole, and then continued down the sidewalk until it hit a tree. And you can see at the scene there where, it hit the tree. You can see debris on the side of the road. You can see the tire marks in the ground. So again, definitely a devastating crash there.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's still under investigation. Is there anything about that investigation that, police are still working through actively, or have you heard from them about what the status of that is?
So all we know is that their investigation is still ongoing. I think there's still some unanswered questions here about kind of what happened leading up to that crash. Why did she run off the road? What were the factors here in that crash? So hoping to learn that soon as they continue their investigation.
As you were down in Fayetteville today, how are people trying to support each other through this? I mean, this, as we're talking, this just happened, I think less than 24 hours ago still. So this is very, very fresh. So what was it like when you were on the ground there on Thursday?
Yeah, it's always sad and unfortunate, but if there is ever any, bright spot in these moments, it's how tight communities are brought together by tragedy. And you could really see that here, in Fayetteville, the E.E. Smith community, Cumberland County, and then surrounding areas. I mean, from the moment I woke up, I just saw social media posts on Facebook of people, giving their condolences and prayers to the families, to students and staff at E.E. Smith. I mean, it's just been an outpour of support and again, prayers and condolences from people in the community. I mean, we've seen other football teams in the area post pictures of the team kneeling before practice, honoring those players. So, again, it's tragic. It's a tough time. I spoke to a gentleman. He's an E.E. Smith alum. His name's Jimmy Harvey, and he was very much shaken up. I mean, he cried during our interview and was talking about how this is just an emotional and tragic moment. But the thing that kept him going was the fact that there's such a strong community in this area, and, people are providing financial donations and offering their words of encouragement to students and faculty. So people have really come together to rally around the families and students at this time.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break right there, and we'll be right back. Kirtsyn, before the break, you were talking about, just how the community is coming together and some of the people that you were able to talk to. I know one of them was the best friend of one of the teenage boys that was killed. What did you learn from your conversation with her?
Yeah, her name is Janiyah Bishop. She was very brave and generous to allow us to come into her home to talk to her during, what is probably one of the toughest moments in her life. She was in tears talking about this, rightfully so. She had just lost her best friend, Jayon Elliott, one of the players who was killed. That's who she described as her best friend, someone she had been close with since middle school. And she's a junior now at E.E. Smith, and again, he's a senior, so you can just imagine how long that's been. And she told me that was just talking to him probably within half an hour before that crash happened, she was leaving soccer practice, he was leaving football practice, and they had talked on the phone, and the next thing she knew, she was getting a phone call from some friends at home telling her that there had been a crash. So, she just really talked about how good of a person he was, how great of a friend she was, how he was always there for her whenever she needed, and to lose that, it's something she never could have imagined. She didn't even go to school today because she just said the memories that would bring back were just too much. So, she's definitely going to be grieving for a while when it comes to this, figuring out, kind of how to move forward from such a tragedy like this.
The whole school, I'm sure, is dealing with that to varying degrees. So how is the school and the district trying to support the friends and the family and the classmates and teachers and coaches of these kids?
Yeah, so Cumberland County Schools told us today that they were offering on-site counseling services at E.E. Smith. Right away, they jumped into action to offer that support to students, faculty, coaches, teachers, whoever needed it. And I'm sure that will be an ongoing process because, again, this is not just something where you wake up the next day and everything's all better. People are going to be, going through this for a while and dealing with this tragedy. So that was today. They also shared with us that actually tomorrow, Football Friday, of course, there was a big game between E.E. Smith and Southview. I think it was Southview's homecoming, if I'm not mistaken. And that game has been postponed just because both schools, and again, the entire community here just understands the gravity of this tragedy. And so they decided not to continue with that. But again, also school systems offering thoughts and prayers to the family and just saying, anyone who needs that support and encouragement, feel free to reach out to us to come forward, and we have the resources to provide that.
Well, thank you so much, Kirtsyn. Very important reporting there. And thank you for listening to the WRAL Daily Download and for making us part of your morning routine. Another great way to get WRAL news is the Morning Briefing newsletter. That's a daily email with Triangle news, events, and headlines to help you get ready for the day. You can sign up at WRAL.com/newsletter.